So I'm going to show you how we make Rava Dosa from this instant mix here by Parivar. I've got all that I need ready. We've already got our sambar and aloo bhaji and coconut chutney ready. These are the accoutrement for this stuff. Okay, that's what you put with it. I've got some sesame oil here, and this is in a round modular mate by Tupperware with the oil dispenser lid. These are really great. I've got my not entirely flat bottom ladle. Man, can I stutter more? But I have my ladle here, and I have my patla or spatula that I'm going to turn it with, or at least remove it from the tawa at the end. And the tawa I'm using is a Lodge cast iron griddle. Now normally you would be told between dosa that you want to use a little water to cool down the tawa. I'm not going to be doing that. I've found that on an electric oven, or stove I should say, set to 6, that it works pretty good for me. Now you can see it's hotter than it ought to be. This is why you use the water. And the first one's not going to come out as good as the others, so I'll do the first one now. A little oil around the edge. And a little in that little hole there. Now we're going to let that cook until it's golden brown, as they say. And then I'll spread my oil out again with this napkin, and I'll do it again. We can watch this happen if you like. You can fast forward if you like. I'm going to go ahead and record it in real time. And one thing about electric that I find is it's good to just turn your pan 180 degrees, just like that, midway through cooking. I'm going to try not to burn this. Often the first one comes out undercooked, no matter what you do. And this gives you a tendency to maybe want to try to overcook it. So I'm going to note that it's getting brown around there and brown around here, starting to look good. But I don't want to lift it up off of the surface of the tawa. I want to keep it in contact with that. That's the real idea of the water, all right, that you put on there between doses, is that you cool down the pan enough so that it sticks just a little. And as it cooks, it releases. And the little bit of oil that you drizzle around the edge is what causes it to help it crisp and to release. And you want it to be crispy, especially a Rava dosa. I would put really finely chopped, crushed up onion and really finely chopped, very hot chili into this, but it's too spicy for Dottie. So we're going to just use the instant mix, and we're going to put the cilantro in there like we've done, and that's it for today. Now that looks pretty good. I'm going to just get up under it. This is difficult to do one-handed. I probably burned it too, but we'll see in a moment. It's coming apart a little bit. The next one will come out better though, I swear. I didn't burn it, but you can see a little bit of it stuck more than I would like. Very difficult to do one-handed. So I'm going to pull that toward me. It's very, very hot. I'm going to spread this oil. This next one's going to come out even better. A little smoky. Give this a little bit of a mix. I'm bringing it in a little closer. Fill in the gaps a little bit. You don't want to fill in them too much though. You want to have a few gaps in there. It's perfectly good. Let's put maybe a little too much oil on there too, but that's fine.
Hi everyone!
So you can dip it in any of those three or a combination of those if you like.
I'll do a combination.
Some people grab some aloo bhaji, dip it in the sandbar, and then put a little coconut chutney on it with their thumb.
Just gonna take
Other people will only eat them one at a time. They feel like, oh, you're adulterating it if you do anything else. You know,
a little bit of chutney.
You do it the way you want to do it.
A little sandbar and aloo bhaji.
Now this particular sandbar is bottle gourd, which is also called opo, long gourd, calabash, and dudi, and lauki. All right, and pumpkin, which is also called kadu. And you can make this particular sandbar, or you can make any combination of vegetables that you want with that premix. You can see I have a lot of it. So when I run out, I'll do another batch, and I'll make a video about that. This one's looking kind of brown. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. It's not quite brown enough here and here. Brown enough here though. Which makes me think, you know, is that brown enough for ya? Gonna let that sizzle just a little more.
I love the crispiness.
Yeah, you gotta get it crispy. Yeah, that edge is not crispy enough. I'm going to move it to where I'm not quite on the eye so that I'm really getting more of just this part now. This kind of dosa is made with semolina, whereas most dosa that you're going to get when you go order a masala dosa at an Indian restaurant or something, that's made with black lentils called urad, but they've been skinned and split, making them urad dal, and they're not black anymore once you take that skin off of there. And with a rice known as idli rice, but they might be made with basmati rice sometimes. Get this one off of there. It's a little dark, but appropriately crispy. Yeah, I'm going to add a little oil here. I don't feel like I have quite enough oil. Just a little. Now, don't burn yourself with the napkin, of course. You need to use a full-on rag or something to do that. But don't use a wet one because that heat will travel through that water and it'll burn the crap out of you. And you don't want the crap out of you unless you're in the right spot.
I like the cilantro flavor. That's really good.
You gotta have that. So this is how they're made. And we've shown you how they're eaten. So we could probably end the video here, but I'll just do this one more. And at that point we'll end the video. And you can fast forward to the end or stick around and see how this one turns out through the whole process. Now I'm going to turn this 180 degrees, and we have several more to make, but I'm going to probably eat one before I continue.
It's good.
That's the real reason I want to stop the video. I want to eat some.
This is the first thing we made all day.
Yeah. And of course, these plates are by Corel Golden Harvest.
Definitely a little spicy from the sandbar and the aloo.
Yeah, that
Got a little kick.
sandbar is spicy for sure.
But a good spice.
All right, there you go. I'm gonna eat now. Go have a look at some more of our videos if you would.
Like and subscribe.
Definitely do that.